This is where we're using letters to represent something else. So if I said, Kaya, choose a number. Okay, choose a number in your head, don't tell me what it is. And add 4 to it. Okay? I could then say, Madison, you choose a number. And add 4 to it. Okay? What answers did you have? 13. What answers did you have? 8. So that means that you both chose different numbers to start with. Yes? So what we would say is we would represent that number with a letter. So we might say, okay, what I'm getting you to do is A plus 4. Because I asked you to choose a number, and then I asked you to add 4 to it. Yes? So when Kaya chose her number, I can't remember what you said your answer was. 13. So Kaya chose 9, and Madison chose 4, so they had different answers to it, yes? So whichever value they chose, what they did is that they, if they were given this rule, they would substitute that number in place of the letter. Yes?
So could that be the other way around? So you pick, like, you have A equals the number, and then you plus it by, like, plus it how much ever you want? Or however you want what?
Oh, so do you mean like you would have like A plus B, so you would have 2 numbers?
Oh no, so it would be like 4 plus A.
Oh, you can have 4 plus A, yes. It doesn't have to be in that order.
So number 8 is 4?
Well, okay, so this is where I would say, so for you, A was 4. For Kaya, A was 9. So we can have different values, but our rule, our expression was, remember, an expression is where we have letters and numbers and operations but no equal sign. So our, as I said, what we did here, we substituted in different values, okay? So I could ask Abby to choose a number. Okay, she could choose something completely different. Okay. So any number could go in here and we would have a different answer.
I chose 16.
Lovely. So your answer would be?
16 plus 4.
Which is?
20.
So you can also have like the number, and then you can have the letter, the number plus the letter. So
Yes,
like the other one's not known, but
yeah, I mean I could have 18 subtract B.
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I could say, right, you're going to start with 18 and you're going to subtract a value. And you could all choose different values. You may choose the same value, but you could all choose different values. So this situation is, what I'm saying is that these letters are just representing numbers. Okay? It's not always a certain value. Okay? And that's when we have an expression. So here, when given an algebraic expression, we may be told the value of some of the letters and asked to evaluate or calculate that expression by using those values. So these are the 2 key words that you want to recognize. Evaluate or calculate means that they want to know the value of them. Okay, they want to know the value of the expression. In order to do this, we need to remember what the expressions mean. Okay? Well, what do I mean by that? If I saw PQ next to each other, if I saw PQ next to each other, what does that mean that those 2 numbers are, what's happening? It means P times Q. So if I told you P was 7 and Q was 2, I wouldn't write 72. You all happy with that? You would write 7 times 2 multiplied by 2, which is 14. Yes, we all understand that? So it's really important that you do remember what it means in algebra. So here's my question. Evaluate. So that means that our answer is going to be a number. Evaluate the following expressions using these values. So we've been told A is 4, B is -1, and C is 3. So we've got to be careful here with our negative signs as well. I'm going to let you use your calculator though, because you will be able to use your calculator in the test. But if you use your calculator, I want you to make sure you show that you're working. What that means is I want you to just show the value being substituted in. So for the first one, it says 5a. So what am I going to write here, Sarah? 5 multiplied by 8. 5 multiplied by 5, sorry? 4. Now, this may or may not have seen it like this. If I put 5a, I'm actually going to write 5 brackets 4. What that does is that shows me that I have substituted in that value for a. When things are next to each other in a bracket, especially if you just put this into your calculator, 5 bracket 4, it will tell you the answer is what? What's 5 multiplied by 4? 20. So I have evaluated 5a because they told me that the value of a was 4.
Wait,
So far, so good.
wait.
Let me. Oh. All right. So here, let's show that we can. This is what happens. So we've got 5 bracket 4 bracket. Press equals. Look, lo and behold, it tells you it's 20. So the calculator is super clever. It knows that when things are next to each other, that they have to multiply. You don't have to use multiply. Pardon? You can totally use your brain, and I love the fact that you would prefer to use your brain. So please use your brain rather than the calculator if you would prefer that. One thing I also need to teach you is how to use calculators, because realistically, if that had said 623 B, and the value of B was 4,279,000, then you probably wouldn't want to use your brain for it. Right? So I'm also teaching you how you calculate. Alright? We use values that we can do because you know that's 4 steps. Alright, 6b. So I'm going to write here 6. Oh, maths, you wanted to do this. Awesome. And when we, oh look, that's a bit annoying. So when we chuck that in the calculator, do we want to do it without?
No. Yes.
Oh, yes.
It times that a negative equals a negative, so it has to be negative 6.
Good, because 6 times 1 is 6, and only one of them is negative, so it's negative 6. Tres y amps. Alright, next one, 2a plus 3b. So we've got a combination here. So we would write 2 brackets 4 plus 3 brackets negative 1. Now, again, this is the bare minimum that I need to see when you're doing a test. Or any work, actually, any work in class, this is what I want to see. I know some of you are wanting to just tell me it's 20. Awesome. I don't want shortcuts. Okay, you might think, oh, that's just wasting my ink, wasting my time. I'm going to get a lot more questions done without writing it. But please, as I say, especially when it comes to tests, people get a little bit panicky, things go a little bit wrong, they put numbers in the calculator incorrectly. So I want to make sure that you're getting at least some of the marks if it was worth more than one. So if we match up, hang on.
I use my brain instead of the calculator.
All right, so when I tell you the answer, then Sarah, you're gonna be able to say whether you were right or wrong. So we're going to do 2 brackets 4 plus 3 brackets. Now, this is important. We know not to use this button, don't we? Yes, because negative 1 uses this one up here.
So I put the
this is the negative. Yes.
And
it will tell you it's probably tell you it's a math.
It's error. It says error in.
Yeah. So need to make sure that don't use this one when you're using negative values. This is the one we use. So we chuck that in, press equals, and our answer is
I just that.
Awesome. Now, had your calculator gone to put, or you just wanted to challenge your little brain cells, you could have worked these out separately. So 2 multiplied by 4 would have been 8. And then you've got 3 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 3. 8 plus negative 3 Well, we're adding a negative value, so that means we are taking it away, which leaves us with 5.
Or you can just flip it around and do negative 3 plus 8.
Or you can totally do negative 3 plus 8. Oh my gosh, you guys are good at your integers work.
So I tried to replace the track line and I got
Oh, then don't, just don't.
Get a good habit of doing it.
Just use the other one because a lot of the time it won't. Okay, a squared. What am I going to write here, Georgie?
In brackets.
Thank you, Kaya. Good girl. And we all know where our squared button is on the calculators. So bracket, oh Lord above. Brackets, 4 brackets, and then squared is this bad boy equals 16.
okay, and all I did was
That's how you use your brain cells.
We love the brain cell usage. Alright, we've got 3a plus b squared. Oh my god, you see that? Oh, little c.
I haven't been writing this.
Oh, if you're so excited about the lesson, you are now. So, 3 brackets 4 plus negative 1 squared. So again, we can...
Wait, is that a B? Or is it a 6?
It's totes a B. Look, B.
That's how I do my 6. Whoopsie. I thought it was a 6.
Oh, shit, my fingers.
Sunday, meet ya. I got the answer.
Alright, 3 brackets 4 plus bracket negative 1 bracket squared equals 13. If you had done that on your own, we would have done 3 multiplied by 4, which is 12. Now here we go, negative 1 squared. Why is it plus 1?
Because it will 1, so a plus or minus, or
A minus.
minus,
And a plus.
and then a plus equals a plus, and then it's 1 times 1 is 1. You add 12.
But remember, this is negative 1 squared. So this means negative 1 multiplied by negative 1, yes?
And then negative. Oh.
So because we have negative 1 multiplied by negative 1, that's what that means. Yeah, you'll have to do that. Because they are negative multiplied by negative, because they're the same sign, it means it's positive. So that means it's 1 times 1 is 1, and so it's plus positive 1.
Well, what a plus and a plus equal?
So, is it, okay, so this is the rule that I want you to remember. The same sign, positive. Different signs, negative.
Okay.
So 3 plus positive 1, 12 plus 1 in Nana. Miss Harrison put it in our face.
So same positive, different negative. Yep. So there's
Yeah.
a plus or minus. That's the negative. And
Okay, Smokey.
let's do more.
Okay, oh my gosh, there are 16 conversations going on at once. What is going on? Go.
3 and bracket.
I got the answer.
Sarah. Yes,
There's
darling.
an add.
Alright, so 3 in brackets squared. Go, keep going, Georgie.
Minus 3. Brackets minus 1.
Lovely jubbly. So that's the bare minimum I want to see for your working. Putting the values into the bracket. Now, let's do it the other way around this time. Let's do it with our logins first. So 3 squared means, what does 3 squared mean, Kaya?
3 squared is 9.
Well, what does it mean though?
3 multiplied by 9.
Good. It is 9, yes. And then, now we've got things going on here. Remember, we're always following Z maths. Okay? So, means brackets. We still with our brackets first. So our negative 1 is being squared. We know that that's negative 1 multiplied by negative 1, which gives us 1. Perfect. So then we've got 3 multiplied by 1. So then we've got, what's 3 multiplied by 1? 3. So we've got 9 subtract 3, which is 6. Or So 3 brackets squared subtract 3 brackets negative 1 bracket squared. Oh, that is lucky. Otherwise we would have been in Judith.
Can I do the next one?
Sure.
And then can I do the last one?
Sure.
Actually, can I do the last one?
No, I'm going to do the next one.
Can I do the next one?
Okay, just got 2 left. Go, Abby.
2 brackets negative 1 cubed. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
1 second. Over 4.
Lovely. Awesome. So that's bare minimum to show the working. Should we do our logins first?
No. Yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Right, following bare maths, which bit do we have to do first?
Brackets.
Brackets. So we've got negative 1 cubed. Ooh. Negative 1 cubed. What does that mean?
4. Wait, how do we set that into our
I'll
calculator?
show you.
Times 4. Times 3.
So it means it's going to be multiplied by itself 3 times. So this part here.
Don't use the Oh, that's just
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so we've got negative 1 multiplied by negative 1 multiplied by negative 1. Right, let's do one at a time. So negative 1 multiplied by negative 1 we know is positive 1, yes?
Yeah.
But now we've got positive 1 multiplied by negative 1, so our answer is going to be negative 1. Okay, so where are we going to write this? So we've got 2 brackets, negative 1 over 4. No, not yet.
That's what I said, right?
Okay, so 2 brackets, negative 1 over 4. This is our working step. So again, we've still got brackets going on, so we need to deal with that. So Pasika, what's 2 lots of negative 1? 2 multiplied by negative 1. So we do 2 multiplied by 1. What's 2 multiplied by 1? 2. And then are the signs the same or different? Different. So if they're different signs, it's going to be positive or negative? Good go. Negative. Okay? So far, so good? And then we've got negative 2 over 4. Is that as simple as it can go? No. So we have to make it simpler. What number goes into both 2 and 4? 2. How many times it goes to 2? And then how many times it goes to 4? So that's negative 1 over 2. And that's as far as we can go.
I did it!
Awesome. Should we check the calc gives us the same answer though?
It does.
Because we like to make sure. Now, I'm actually going to put this on in a little bit differently. I'm going to open up my fraction bracket. Because it looks like a fraction, doesn't it? So then I'm going to have 2 brackets, negative 1. Now, someone just asked me how... Oh.
Bracket negative?
Yeah, I know. Someone just asked me, how do you get to the power of 3? So you use this button here with a block.
No.
There's an X3 at the top.
X3.
Oh, I can't. Yes. All right. Okay. Well, I'm just showing you this one. Actually, there's an X cubed here.
But just say if this
But
is
that's
power
so
5.
it's oh my God! Literally, I was going to say to power 5. Oh my gosh.
You're so
So had it been a completely different power, like order of power 17, you would use this one that's just got a block. Okay, so then it opens up a space and you can type whatever number you like. Okay, and then on the bottom, so we have to arrow down. Oh, broken.
The character does work. You want to go do it on your computer?
I can do it.
Oh, it's there! Oh, yes! Over 4, enter. Negative 1 Alright, and the last one.
Why is the negative there?
Oh, that's a good question. So, with our negative values, or with fractions, do you remember I said that you could never have you should never have a negative on the bottom. So, we would never write something like that in maths.
Okay. It's not a number on the box.
Well, no, not always. Well, for a fraction, yes. But we would just never have the negative sign on the bottom. It's not the way we write it in maths. So it means that our negative sign always has to go at the top or in front. Now, it's just the way the calculators are built and that their screens are, it would always go in front of it.
Okay.
Okay? But that's a good question.
Would it be right if we put it on there by accident?
On the top or
Or like in between?
Yes, totally fine. Totally fine.
So we would get mark if we wrote it right here, right next to it?
Yes, just in front of it. This one, I wouldn't say it was wrong, but I would circle it and say not on the bottom. Okay? So because that's just not how
So
that's
if you
not
did it right next to the line, you would have it.
probably anywhere else. It's just not on the bottom. Alright, our last one. Who do I say was in this one? Okay, go Maya.
Okay. So, bracket, and then -1.
Yep.
Power
Lovely.
plus 3.
Here's the ends. Should we do our noggins first?
I already know the answer.
Oh, listen to you.
It's easy.
-1. Remember what did this mean, Maya?
It means 1 times by 3
No, times by 3.
times by itself.
That is much better. So -1 multiplied by -1, no, -1 is -1, good. Plus 3, and 4.
2.
No, negative. It'll be -2.
No.
Because they're different.
Alright, okay. Now, this is where lots of people get confused, and this is why it's really, 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 really important that you understand the difference between multiplying and dividing, and then adding and subtracting. Now, the rules for multiplying and dividing is when you have different signs, you will have a negative answer, and when you have the same sign, it's a positive answer. Okay? So that's what I would like you to try and think. Think of that phrasing, not two negatives make a positive. Okay? Because I don't want you to think of it in that way. When they're the same sign, positive. When they're different signs, negative. But that is only when we're multiplying and dividing. When we're adding and subtracting, this number here is our starting number. Okay, so we're starting at -1. Oh, we're picturing our number line. So we've got a number line up there. We can have a look at it. So you are starting at -1 and you are adding 3 to it. If you're adding 3 to something, it means that you're going to the right. So you are moving across 3 places, including the 0, and you end up at 2.
Yeah, fun.
Let's check our. Oh, actually, I don't want. Do I want to? Try it. -1 cubed plus 3.
Doesn't the cube have to be in the bracket?
On this here.
No. Oh, actually, this is important. No, cube must not be in the bracket
Oh.
because if you put it in the bracket, actually that
I
one
got the same.
you would get the same answer. However, if you had done this one, no. One of the others. So if you've done -1 squared and kept it in the bracket, look what it tells you it is. And we know that's wrong.
That is 1.
Because what the calculator has actually done is it's done the 1 squared first and then made it negative. And so that's what we want to make sure it doesn't happen. So that's why we put the bracket right, just to make sure.
So that will definitely be on the calculator paper, right? These questions will definitely be on the calculator paper.
Yes, you're going to be able to do just have, oh my goodness, look. We've got 20